Hey guys, how's it going? This is Bass Slapper here, about to do a little video for the Leech to Bass. Just a little tutorial on the Texas rig here. How to rig it up, how to fish it, all that good stuff. A little bit of underwater footage of it, just to give you an idea of what it looks like underneath there. All right, stay tuned. All right guys, so here you have your Texas rig, all tied up, ready to go. All you really need is your bullet weight and your worm hook. I like using the Gamakatsu Skip Gap 3/0 hooks, but you could choose any worm hook you want. It's all your preference. Bullet weights, these are just Bass Pro 1/4 ounce bullet weights. Use whatever bullet weight you want. Or if you don't feel like having it weighted at all you need is your hook. You're good to go. So I'll show you how to tie that up real quick. All right guys, so just how you tie it on is you take your weight, you just slide the little line right through the bullet weight there. Obviously if you don't want it weighted, don't put the weight on. Take your hook, and I'm sure most of you have your knot preference. If you're new to fishing, the Palomar knot is my favorite knot. I don't think I've ever broken it off, and it's super easy to tie. So what you do is you go through the hook once, take it back the opposite direction, going through it again. Just like that. So you have your two sides of line. Now you're just going to take that loop and you're going to tie a knot. Just a regular everyday knot like you'd put on your shoes. Now you're going to take that loop without pulling this tight, go around your hook, bring it up with the rest of your line, and slowly release that loop as it goes towards the eye of the hook there, and pull it nice and tight. Trim your excess, and you're good to go on tying your hook on. Now with a Texas rig, I'm going to throw a worm on there for you just so you get a good idea how to put it on the hook. Pretty easy, pretty self-explanatory. You take the fat end of the worm, obviously that's the tail. Just going to go through the top just a little bit, poke it through, slide that worm all the way to the top here. Get it on there nice and snug. Take the rest of your worm, find a good spot for it to where you're not going to have a bunch of excess of worm here in between your two hook spots. Just get it on there. That way your worm's nice and straight, nice and snug on there, so it's not going to come flying off. And now we'll move on to the fishing portion. All right guys, so fishing a Texas rig, super easy, super fun. Bass love them. I put a worm on here for you so we can get some good underwater footage of what's going to be going on down there. But you could pretty much put any soft plastic you want on here. Texas rig is really versatile, really easy. Basically all you're going to do is cast it out. I like to cast in next to docks, cast in in shaded areas, just where I think the bass are going to be. I mean, it's really all about cast placement pretty much with any lure, but the Texas rig for sure, because they're going to hit it on the fall quite often. But you can definitely play with it as well. So you just throw it out. You're going to watch your line sink, and when it stops, you're on the bottom. And once you're on the bottom, I like to let it sit a little bit. You can do whatever you want, really. But I like to let it sit, make sure nothing's playing with it. And then I just pop it back to myself. Just 2 or 3 little tugs. Let it sink back down to the bottom, leave it alone. 2 or 3 little tugs. Let it sink back down, leave it alone. And I do that anywhere from 3 to 5 times before I decide to just reel it in and throw it somewhere else. Texas rig is pretty popular amongst fishermen and amongst bass. Everybody loves them, and it's always going to get bit. If you're having a rough day, Texas rig is the way to go. All right guys, I'm going to try and do a little Texas rig underwater.